Time for the league again. 3 points. This is no more tests, no more pre-seasons, no more travel around. 3 points, very important points. Probably as important as they are in May.
Yeah, true. We start at Anoeta with a demanding game, and I expect a very focused Real from the very first day of competition in this new La Liga season.
So in this new season, we're going to bring you a little bit of a different thing. We're not going to be doing the whole Iñaki's 11 and my 11. We're going to kind of agree and talk about Real Madrid more or less based on the 11. So you're going to see the players maybe showing up here. Don't get scared. It'll be fine. So let's talk about the starting lineup we think we're gonna see in Anoeta. Well, first of all, Keylor is injured, so we're gonna see Casilla. No much mystery there. Not much of a statement either of a style of play. So Casilla. Defense probably Carvajal and Marcelo or two backs. You know, maybe even thinking that Danilo will be an option in the right back, but you know.
I hope Danilo is having a good season this year.
I think he will.
The last year he was a bit injured, and you know, I think that offensively he's a great right back, and he has to correct some mental mistakes based on concentration.
Yeah.
And if he's able to overcome that problems and he's fit enough, I think he's going to be a very reliable right back. I'm not going to say a backup.
Yeah, but I agree, and I think even at some point it's not that clear that he's going to be a backup.
No.
I think Zidane wants to kind of help that fight between Carvajal and Danilo for the position, which is good for them, it's good for the team, it's good for everybody.
Totally.
Centers, well, we're going to see Ramos and Varane. Of course, again, because Pepe is not available, but I think it's a good chance for Varane to maybe make clear that, you know, if he plays at a certain level, he might also be a first option for that position.
Absolutely. I think this is a defining season for Varane. He has been a while with us in this team.
This is the 5th season for Rafael Varane.
And he still hasn't made the next step. I think that he can be one of the best centre backs in the world, but right now he ended the last season behind Pepe and Ramos, and I think that, as you said, it's a good opportunity for him to get confidence, to try to put together many good games and make Zidane a tough decision.
Yeah, maybe make Pepe work harder than he thinks for going back to that starting position. Anyway. In the midfield, we're going to see Casemiro. Not much mystery there. Casemiro is always available somehow. He never gets injured. He's a machine. So he will be there, taking his part, the part that we already know. Kroos is back, so Kroos will be a starter, as we expect in most of the games this league. Kroos
has seen limited action during the pre-season. He joined late because they advanced to the semi-finals with Germany. But I think he's good enough to play at least 1 hour, and 1 hour of quality from Kroos.
Yeah. And an hour of Kroos's quality could be maybe enough to kill the game. Yeah. Well, other players are going to talk about. And what we think here, this might be a little bit of a debate, like who is the fourth midfielder? Is it Asensio? Is it James? Is it Kovacic? I think it's very clear that it's Isco.
Yeah, right now it's Isco. In the end of the last season, when Zidane changed the lineup because we have a Champions League game coming up in middle of the week, he picked Isco as backup of either Kroos or either Modric. Right now, Modric is banned for this game, 5 yellow cards in the end of the last season. And I think that Zidane has changed Isco's role.
Yeah, we were talking about this. It's interesting how Isco, he started more as an offensive midfielder, very near the box, but Zidane has made this transition for Isco to be more in the machine room, let's say.
Right now he's playing farther from the box, and he is learning his duty right now. He has less opportunities of shooting into the goal. Yeah. He's not going to make that many assists, but he has to contribute to Real to have a good rhythm with the ball, to make a good society with Kroos, and then with Bale and whoever is available.
Dominate and decide on the pace of the game and how we play.
He has to be even better in the decision-making process than in the upfront, because any mistake there, any loss there is potentially more risky. And but if he's able to, as I said, to learn the job, to learn the duty, I think he's going to be a reliable player. And I think that
he has the skills. That's not in question.
I think that he has learned where he is in this Real Madrid team. I think that mentally.
When you say he has learned, you mean assumed. Like he's comfortable. He's comfortable with the decision.
Yeah, he's assumed. I think that he knows that he is the 12th or 13th player, that he can play as backup of Kroos or Modric and as in the final third. But right now he assumes he's not that good to be in the starting 11 until the opposite is demonstrated. And I think that he's
And maybe
okay with that role.
This is what has become a problem for James, for example.
True.
Not being maybe able to accept that, okay, I'm not in the first 11, but I'm going to give everything I have when I come in as a 12th or a 13th player.
True.
Let's go to the offense. What we think is going to probably see, we're going to see Lucas Vázquez and Bale. Probably, from the beginning, Bale on the left, Lucas Vázquez on the right, knowing that, all the offensive relying on Bale. Bale will have that freedom to move all around that front. And of course, Morata as the sole striker.
Yeah, I think that Lucas deserves this spot. Maybe Asensio can win the battle for this match, but I think Lucas will prevail in the starting 11.
Yeah.
And then I think that every Madridista around the world is looking forward what Bale can do right now.
I am.
We made a video a couple of months ago saying that maybe it's time to build the team around Gareth Bale. Right now, without Cristiano, he's going to be the go-to guy. And I'm really, really excited about if he can continue the leadership he showed with Wales in the Euros.
Yeah.
And I think that Anoeta...
The same leadership he showed in the last 4 or 5 games of the league with Real Madrid in the end. I think that what I'm looking forward to, as Iñaki is with Bale, and of course I am too, but is with Morata. And to see what's going to happen with Morata, what's going to be the mystery of Morata. Apparently, Morata was going to be a backup for Benzema, but the league is starting and Benzema is not available yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't think Morata proved in the preseason or in the Super Cup. In any of the games, he has proved that, okay, man, this is the guy we need, but this is the guy we have.
Yeah, and when you are playing number 9 for Real Madrid, there always is going to be controversy and debate. And Morata will have to live with that. What is going to change how we see Morata and how the coaches see Morata is the number of goals he scores. He can make a lot of moves, he's very smart, he can play back to the goal, he runs okay, he has
he can do a lot of the things that, a striker, if it's not accompanied by goals, that don't really mean much.
Absolutely, they are good. It's a good neighborhood, but you have to score goals and capitalize the option he's going to have, because Real Madrid is going to produce a lot of offensive football, and Morata is going to have chances. I think that, as you said, this Benzema injury is not the scenario we love, but it has opened a window for Morata.
Yeah, and it's the scenario we need to really see quickly if Morata is the guy that can take on that position. I think, to sum it up a little bit, this is more or less how Real Madrid come to the first game of the league.
Yeah.
I think the fact that the players we don't have, we already really know what to expect from them. We know what to expect from Keylor, what to expect from Modric, what to expect from Cristiano. So I think it's good to be defining what we can expect from the players that we're not that sure of what to expect. I think this is going to be good for Real Madrid.
There are a couple of players I'd like to underline that have improved their status during the pre-season. Kovacic, he was almost on the way out, and he started in the European Super Cup.
Yeah.
And
probably passing James.
Yeah. And also Asensio. We were talking about another loan to a La Liga team, but Zidane said that he loves that player. I think that he's a very smart player, that he has tremendous skills. He drives the football very well.
I think Asensio is at a point where, if he's Real Madrid material, he has to show it now.
Absolutely.
I think it's not about loaning him another time to another team.
He's only 19 years old. I think that inconsistency comes along with that age. All the players like Messi, Cristiano, or that players were able to be consistency at that age.
True, but maybe Asensio is a special player that
Yeah.
I mean, he's already the chance is there for him. So if he has it, I think he can prove it.
He's taking the chances.
Yeah. So
go to the Super Cup. What
Talk about a little bit of the game and Real Sociedad and what to expect from the match itself. It's going to be, of course, a tough match. Always in Anoeta, hostile crowd, the whole thing.
Yeah, the stat says that we have won 6 out of the last 9 games at Anoeta, which is okay, but never is an easy one.
Yeah. No, especially I remember last year it was probably the second or third to last, before the last game of the season. It was really tough. It was going down the drain, and Bale saved it with that very last header at the 85 or 86 minute. So it's always a complicated game. To expect from them, okay, Aguirreche, the top scorer from last year, probably the most dangerous striker, is injured. So that's good news for us.
Yeah, and Real Sociedad is the same team the last couple of seasons. And the biggest concerns, I guess, for Real fans, Real Sociedad fans, is what version of Carlos Vela they are going to enjoy or suffer. If Carlos Vela is the melancholic player that saw us last year, it's a big problem for them. You know, there was a lot of debate about he leaving the club to the MLS and then, but he's staying. But he's playing at his best. He's a game changer. He's a difference maker, and we will have to
let's see if he will play like that this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully he won't do it against us. And to end this whole thing, we're gonna end with a prediction as always. Now there will be a special thing between us with predictions for points and everything.
Between us and Ashley,
of course,
Ashley's
when
coming
she's back. You know, we're not gonna explain the whole thing now. We'll explain it when we do the first, let's say, point recount.
Yeah.
And then it'll be pretty clear to you. So don't worry about our understanding. But yeah. I'm going to say that Real Madrid are going to win 3-1 in Anoeta.
I go with a shorter prediction. I think we are winning 1-2.
So 1-2 says Iñaki, I say 3-1. We'll see what happens, and then we'll explain the whole thing about the points. Let us know what you think is going to happen. Galacticos, what do you expect from this league, from this game, from Real Madrid in general? Give us a little like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.